And good morning, everyone. Welcome back. You're watching the Good Morning News channel here in Nepal. We now take you over to our weather station with Tina Pruitt for today's update.
Good morning. With Nepal's landlocked location between China and India, we've got many different weather conditions to report about, which I will divide by our three distinct horizontal regions. The Terai region in the south, along the border with India, is a low stretch of land with Nepal's most significant agricultural region. It gets pretty steamy from March to June, with peak temperatures reaching 115 degrees Fahrenheit in the shade. The monsoon season, July through August, is intense, with pounding rain, swollen rivers, and a luxuriant vegetation. While the rain isn't constant, the humidity is all-pervasive. The autumn months are gorgeous, with Himalayan views, and in winter, December through January, this region is pleasantly warmed. Currently, you have hot temperatures with 75 as a low and 107 for your high. The hill region here in central Nepal consists of mountains, hills, flat land, and deep valleys, with elevations ranging from 600 to 3,000 meters. You'll have a wide range of weather patterns here as well, with temperatures from 0 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. Today here in the capital, Kathmandu, we've got sunny skies with highs of 89 and your lows are around 54. The Himalayan region, the north stretch of land, contains 202 mountains rising to more than 6,000 meters and 13 mountains rising to more than 8,000 meters high, including, of course, Mount Everest, the world's highest mountain. Therefore, the climate varies according to the elevation. It gets colder as the elevation increases and gets wetter as the elevation drops. Because of this, the temperature changes very quickly. There are sudden monsoons, floods, high winds, snowstorms, and other types of precipitation which makes this climate very dangerous. Let's now go over to Anita, who's reporting up in the Himalayas.
Thanks, Tina. I'm Anita, reporting from the world's highest peaks here in Nepal. April is a popular time of the year for trekking here in the mountains. The air in the Himalayan mountain range is very dry and has very low precipitation levels. The mountains rise from the plains of northern India, which are about 1,000 feet above sea level. From these plains, many of the mountains rise more than 3 miles above sea level. Mount Everest is 29,028 feet high. The climate is very cold and is hard to survive in most parts. We're also bringing you images of some of the world's fastest running rivers. Nepal's most possessed natural resource is water. This country is blessed by snow-capped mountains which feed Nepal land. There are 3 major rivers in Nepal, namely
Koshi, Gandaki, and Karnali
River, which run from north to south. Rivers here are not only for rafters but also for businessmen, which more than 80% of Nepal's electricity is generated by rivers. Snow-capped Himalayas are the main source of Nepali rivers. That's all I have for you. Now back to your local news station. Wasn't that wonderful?
You got that right, Tina. It sure was great. Man, I really enjoy your enthusiasm today. You smell absolutely wonderful. And you look gorgeous. Well, sorry. Moving on. Let's go to our population correspondent, Shama. Shama, are you...
Namaste. I'm standing in front of Ministry of Health and Population of Nepal. I had just interviewed Mr. Ram Shah, the State Minister of Health and Population, about the population statistics. He says the population size is a little above 29 million. Out of 29 million Nepalese, 38% are less than 14 years of age, whereas 58% consist of people between 15 to 64 years of age, and about 4% are 65 and over. As you can see, Nepal is a developing nation with the majority of people in their teenage years. The total growth rate is 2.1%, the birth rate is 29.92 births per 1,000 people, and the death rate is 8.97 deaths per 1,000 Nepalese.
What's that going on behind you, Shama?
I'm here at Pashupatinath temple witnessing a cremation. After the body is completely burnt, the ashes are thrown in the holy river. Now, I'm here at one of the remote villages of Nepal. It is a country where about 80% of people live in rural areas.
The life expectancy, therefore, is an average of 62 years of age for both males and females. On the other hand, the infant mortality rate is 62 per 1,000 live births. The total fertility rate is also 3.91 children born to a woman throughout her reproductive lifetime. Here you can see a family mourning over a death of an infant, and on the right is a happy family with 8 kids. Not everyone here is a big family though. The government has been enforcing regulations and educating the people of rural Nepal about various methods of birth control. 48% of the total population are literate, in which only 30% of the female are educated, while 65% of male are literate. Mr. Shah also mentioned that Nepal is the only official Hindu country in the world, with 80% of Hindus, 10% of Buddhists, and 5% of Muslims. Ethnic groups like Sherpas inhabit the North Mountainous region, the Pahari in the middle and south, and Gurung, Limbu, and Newar all over the country. This is Shama reporting from Kathmandu with Good Morning News. Now back to you, T.
Thank you, Shama.
Yes, thank you, Shama, for that insightful presentation. I tell you what, Tina, I just want to run my fingers through your hair. That is luscious. Come here, you. Yes.
Breaking news, we have
Okay.
live news coverage at the press conference with President Bush and newly elected Nepalese leader Prachanda.